What's up, Divine Fam? True Mind here. Welcome to today's Divine 5 at 5, where we talk about how we can grow in our divine faith, family, fitness, focus, and finances from the biblical perspective. Today is Fun Friday, where we talk about how we grow in our divine finances. And today I want to ask you a question. Are you getting paid for what you were made for? Are you getting paid for what you were made for? I'm going to read you a quote by Robert Frost, the famous poet. He said, "My goal in life is to unite my avocation with my vocation, as my two eyes make one in sight." So avocation is what you love to do, and vocation is what you get paid to do. So it's combining the two. It's what you love to do and getting paid for what you love to do. And so I want you guys to write down, what is it that I love to do? What are the things that God has gifted you with? What are the skills? What are the spiritual gifts? What are the creative gifts, athletic gifts? What are the passions that God has given to you? Write that down. Also, I want you to write down, who does your heart break for the most? Who are the people that God has called you to serve and help? Write that down. And then the third thing I want you to write down, how can you get paid for what you were made for? I want to encourage you guys to deeply think about this, because I talk to so many people and the response is that I'm working at this place, but it's not my passion. Do you feel like that? Are you working at a job right now and it's not your passion? It's not your calling? You know, what if I just gifted you the lottery? I just gave you $1 million or $2 million, $3 million, and you never had to work anymore. Would you continue to do that job? Or what if you were met with a terminal illness? One of my favorite stories, or I've heard multiple stories like this. Some of my favorite stories are when someone is told, you're gonna die. You're gonna die in 3 months. There's a story I heard about a man, the doctors told him, you're gonna die in 3 months. And then so the first thing he did, you know what he did? He quit his job. Because he knew that his job, it wasn't his calling. And one of the things that he's been pushing away, a dream that he had, was he wanted to write a book with his brother. And then so he told his brother, hey, I got this terminal illness. I was told I was gonna die in 3 months. So will you help me? So his brother quit his job too. He's like, yeah, you're my brother. I'm not gonna be able to be with you too long. So let's just figure this out. And in a very short period of time, they were able to create this book. And you know what's amazing? He ended up not dying. So the advice that he gives is pretend you have a terminal illness and then quit your job and go follow the dreams that God has given you. Because think about that. What if you figure out that you have a terminal illness? Don't you think that would wake you up to have you consider living for God's dream? What is it going to take for you to finally wake up and live the path that God has given to you? For some people, it's that extreme. It's when they're met with a terminal illness. Then they finally decide, now it's going to be the time to live for God. But we don't have to wait that long. You can start today. Write down, what are the special gifts, spiritual gifts, creative gifts, athletic gifts, your passions. Write them down on a piece of paper, and then write down, who are you here to help? Who are you here to help to grow, to nurture, and to equip for the kingdom of God? Write that down. And then, last but not least, write down, how can you get paid for what you were made for? The crazy thing is, Even if you survive a terminal illness like cancer, you're still gonna die after that. So I want to encourage you guys today to have a sense of urgency and to consider, how can I get paid for what I was made for? Why am I in this job? Is it because of fear and money, or is it because God has truly called me to this job? And I want all of us as the Divine family to fully surrender to God's will and to continue to shine the divine and live God's dream.
Live God's dream, yeah!